Now for my second whiskey tonight, I have a sample, but it's not the second video you will see this week. This will be the fourth video in the series that I'm recording tonight, because this one here has a lower ABV and it's a gentler style of Scotch than the next two that I will be doing. But the other two are whole bottles, and this one is just a sample. So we'll do the sample Sunday before recording the two videos that come before it, if that makes any sense. Just for the sake of my palate and for being able to taste anything with this. This is a sample of Bladnoch 15 that was sent to me by Renee from Lowland, which is Society of Whiskey Loving Elderly Gentlemen. And this is the first Bladnoch I have ever had a chance to have in my possession, and the first time I will ever taste Bladnoch. So it's a new thing for me. I'm not a stranger to Lowland single malts. I've had several expressions of Auchentoshan, up to the 18, and older ones I haven't had, but up to the 18-year-old I have had just about everything they make. I've also had a couple of expressions of Glenkinchie, the Edinburgh malt. There's the 12-year-old, and I've also had the distillery edition, which was, or the distiller's edition, which was aged in Amontillado casks, if I'm not mistaken, or finished in Amontillado casks, if I'm not mistaken. I had that early on in my whiskey journey, and that was because it was the only Glenkinchie that I could find in the store. They happened to have it in the glass case, the glass case that was set aside from all the regular whiskeys. I think I paid a premium for it, but it was worth it. But this is my first Bladnoch. I've had some Weems malts, which are Weems is located in the Lowlands as well, but what they had was a blend that wasn't their own juice. But Bladnoch, this is the first Bladnoch. Oh, there was Daftmill too. Daftmill is also a Lowland. I had a sample that was given to me by Roy from Aquavite last year of the Daftmill, and I really liked the Daftmill a lot. One of those little farm distilleries that will never bottle a whiskey before its time. Well, let's open up this wee Bladnoch. Give it a pour into a glass. We got about 25 mils here. Hopefully that's enough for me to assess this whiskey, or at least tell you what I think about it. Get some cool, clear water. And I believe this is bottled at 46% from what little research I have done. What do we see here? Oh. We got some pretty big droplets there. Let's do that again. It seems like they go through a sheeting action. And form quite some large drops that are kind of slow to move down. I don't know if you can see that. Huh. Oh, wow. I get red apples right away. Red apples. Red apples, a bit of cinnamon. Apples and cinnamon. This is like an old-fashioned apple pie. Apples and cinnamon right away. Do I get anything else? Oh, this is interesting. I'm getting little notes of fudge too. Apples, cinnamon, and fudge. Nothing wrong with that. Ah. Yeah, fudge. Some of it's chocolate fudge and some of it is maple fudge. Mmm. Yeah, first there's the apple note, then some cinnamon. Now some chocolate popsicles. Chocolate fudge. Maple fudge. Oh, this is exquisite. No wonder we can't get it here. Oh, now after the chocolate fudge and maple fudge, there's a very big malty note coming in. Malty. Malty like Ovaltine. That's that Swiss malty drink. Oh. Am I getting perhaps a bit of caramel? Maybe some vanilla. And I think I would be doing myself and everyone a disservice if I went beyond that, because I don't think that there are any more notes that I can discern yet. Yeah, certainly malty and fudgy. This has a pretty big, interesting nose. Yeah, there's some vanilla there too. Vanilla with the chocolate fudgicles. Ooh. Yummy nose. I wonder what I will get on the palate now. Let's give it a try. Hopefully the spice from the French oak of the Canadian Club, Crown Royal. Canadian whiskies are kind of almost interchangeable. At least the garden variety ones, the ones that are not special, like Weiser's 35 or 20-year-old Alberta Premium and things like that. I think the spices have worn out enough that they should not influence my tasting of this. I like that fudgy malty nose though. Oh. That was my first sip. I'm not getting so much the fudgy notes on the palate, but I'm getting that initial apples and cinnamon vibe that I was getting from the nose when I first started sniffing it. Apples and cinnamon, it's like an old-fashioned apple pie. Nice. And then there is a dry coating of the mouth. I will have to have a second sip after I have a sip of water. Or a gulp, whichever. I think I'm going to have some ice cream after I finish tasting whiskey tonight. Okay, there's a little bit of a sour apple note now. Let's come back since I've tasted it. It's more sour now and not quite as red as it was before. It's like green apples almost. Let's go for our second sip. Slosh that around somewhat. Okay. Apples. Green apples. On the second sip, though, there's a little bit more of a spicy note. I wouldn't call it cinnamon anymore. It's more like cloves. Conspicuously absent are those notes of chocolate fudge and maple fudge. I'm not getting that at all now. I'm just getting green apples on the palate and a little bit of spice. And what's the spice? Is it like a white pepper? Maybe a bit. I'm gonna have to have a third sip. There's that apples and cinnamon, old-fashioned apple pie again. Ah, there it is. It's green apples, and then the chocolate fudge came peeking through. It was the green apples, then the chocolate fudge came peeking through. Didn't get the maple fudge. Maybe I'll get it on another note. Maybe it's mixed in there with the heavy green apple and spice finish, and the spice is, I can confidently say, not cinnamon, but some cloves and some white pepper. So the cloves and white pepper are slowly fading. They're still there. They're coating my mouth, but the apples are gone by now. The green apple flavor is gone. And there it was, just for an instant. There was that chocolate fudge just sneaking in there and just poking its head out and giving me the flavor. I wonder if I will be able to get that again as I go for one last sip before downing the contents of this Sunday sample. Yeah. If I add air to it after I swallow it, I'm getting much more of that chocolate fudge note coming in. That chocolate fudge-sickle note. And now again, the green apples are fading, and I'm getting some of what I was getting before, the cloves and the white pepper. And the cloves and white pepper fade slowly. Not bad. An interesting little whiskey. I wish I had a full bottle of it to give it a better evaluation. But, you know, if what you got is samples, maybe if I added a bit of water, maybe I'd get more of that chocolate fudge. Let's try it. Even though this water is a little on the cold side, I'll just give it a little bit. Here's one drop. Okay, 3 drops, but there's not much left in here. Let's see if that does anything to it. It's taken away a lot of the apple and cinnamon No, there's still something spicy there. There's the chocolate fudge. Not as malty now as that after I've added water. There's still some malt there, yeah, and a little spicy. Did that open it up a little bit? I can't say, but it's changed the nose a little. Malty again with the chocolate fudge. And a little bit salty. No, peppery. White pepper. Cloves. Cheers, or should we say, since we're back in the world of Scotch, Slanchava. Oh, that has improved the palate too. It's brought in a malty note, more of the chocolate fudge, a little less cloves, but more of the white pepper on the finish. And it's like a white peppery finish, and that finish hangs on and on and on and on and on. Unfortunately, I can't really toast anymore because there's none of the sample left. Maybe I can get a drop or two out of it.
Foodquig. Foodquig.
Foodquig.
Foodquig.
Foodquig.
Yeah.